Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the arena. Today is Wednesday Brawl, and once again we are going to include a couple of redeem codes. They're called community codes for you guys. I think we will include 4 or 5 into the video since the video is pretty long. And so for those of you that don't know what these codes are, basically they're just one card. They're one rare, I think, or I don't know. They're just one card that you don't have yet in your collection. And well, these, you might think that it's just one card, but it goes a long way to say that I mean, it could be your lucky day. Hey, you could get a mythic rare, you could get a rare, you could get, I don't know, maybe it's a bad day, you get something bad. Needless to say, it is not that easy to complete these challenges that they present to us over at Wizards of the Coast, but when we do complete them, they give them out in batches, so like 10s and 5s and 20s and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, let's go on to the deck guide. So we have NARSET Super Friends. I don't know why it says friends, but we have NARSET Super Friends, or NARSET and Friends, however you want to call it. So basically we have NARSET of the Ancient Way as our commander. Then we've got a whole bunch of singleton cards: Opt, Unsummon, Shock, Dorat, the Birth of Meletis, Omen of the Sea, Ominous Seas, Fire Prophecy, Scorching Dragonfire, Thrill of Possibility, Justice Strike, Arcane Signet. I honestly don't want to say just read them all for like a good 5 minutes, but yeah, you have it here. Anyway, we're gonna just simply explain what it is. Basically, we are a Planeswalker deck, and we're sort of early game. We are sort of well, we're control-y. We're control-ish, and we have a lot of ways to ultimately reach our goal when we get to the end game. So basically what you want to do is just prepare until you're able to place down Sarkhan, Eugene, Chandra, Elspeth, not that Elspeth, Elspeth's son's nemesis, and Dream Trawler. Now, we have some planeswalkers early on that will help us too, such as Narset and Teferi, and even Saheeli. Basically, you want Saheeli there for the blockers, especially if your opponent is very creature heavy, so you want those little token artifacts on the board, her little servos, which will help you block and mitigate some damage. Then we have Dorat for the early game tempo, if Dorat presents himself early. And we have lots and lots of draw ability, unsummons, sort of delay removals like Justice Strike, Prophecy Fire, which is Fire Prophecy, which is not only just great for dealing 3 damage, but also great for switching up cards, sort of drawing some cards and then putting in some other cards in there that you don't really need. Then you have Scorching Dragonfire, which is excellent because it does 3 damage and at the same time it exiles whatever it hit. Banishing Light for, you know, the extra additional removal, exiling Bonecrusher Giant because it's got so much value with that 2 damage, plus it is a 4/3 creature once you get it down. Brazen Borrower, which is a sort of must for all control decks. It is an amazing control card there, where basically you just bounce whatever back and you can use it to your advantage and manipulate your opponent's cards on the board, the battlefield, however you want. Now, we have some very important commander or brawl mana correction in here. So we have Arcane Signet, which is sort of like a must-have, especially if you're playing 3 colors. 2 colors, probably not, but 3 colors is a definite need. And we also have the new raw green crystal coming from Ikoria Lair of Behemoths, which adds specifically the Ikoria. I feel like these are the Ikoria colors, maybe not, I don't know, but raw green crystal that adds blue, red, or white when you tap it, plus if you don't need the mana correction, let's say you're flooding and you don't need it, you can always cycle it out. And if you have Ominous on the Seas, so there's a lot of combo going on. We have some cycling, we have drawing, we have a lot of drawing, which will help us with Ominous Seas, and a lot of spells that will help Dorat ramp up and just gain, you know, accrue all of those +1/+1 counters on the Sprite Dragon. Can I just call it Dorat? Sprite Dragon's not very pretty, but it is a dragon nonetheless. Then we have Narset for the draw denial, plus she fuels, we have Narset's twin sister, as I like to say. But yeah, Narset to further fuel our hand with spells and planeswalkers. She also is great for mirror matches. I've been seeing a lot of people testing out Narset as a commander for Brawl, so there's that. We have a few counter spells, not really a lot. We have Neutralize and Absorb for our counter spells. Neutralize is there mostly because of cycling. There aren't a lot of times when you want to neutralize or counter a spell, or even have the mana to counter a spell, especially when you have such big planeswalker cards like these. But when it's there, and you have that option. If you don't need it, you can always cycle it out. Heraldic Banner, as you might see, like I said, if you're playing 3 colors of any color, in this case it's JESKAI colors, but if you're playing 3 colors of any color, you will have trouble managing the land, your mana pool. So having Heraldic Banner, don't be afraid. If you need it, do not be afraid to put it down and choose the color that you are lacking the most, because Heraldic Banner, yes, I do get that it adds +1 to any creature of that chosen color, but more importantly, Heraldic Banner is there to mana correct your mana pool, because 3 colors in Brawl can be quite devastating if you don't get the right colors on the board immediately. Gadwick is there to further fuel your deck with more draw, or if not, you can use it as control. Put it down for its 3 to cast, never mind the X cost, and start just pumping out these little blue spells and start tapping your opponent's creatures, as most control people do. Channeled Force, I haven't really had a lot of success with Channeled Force, but there are times when you are flooding and you don't really need the mana correction, and you know, you have like a bunch of useless cards in your hand. There are situations where that does happen, so Channeled Force is great for that, because basically you're discarding the cards that you don't need and you're replacing them with cards that you could potentially need. I would suggest putting in what's her face, Riel, if you have her. I don't. And as I explained in my previous videos, that this quarantine time is very devastating for everyone, including YouTubers like me, who we do earn online, but that does not mean that we are unaffected financially, emotionally, and otherwise mentally. But yeah, so if you have Riel in there, I would suggest, if you have her, I would suggest you put her in there, because we have a lot of discard and draw stuff going on in this deck. And if you have if the opportunity presents itself for you to use Channeled Force, and you have Riel on the board, then you know, it's just so much more amazing, because you draw basically double. I think whenever you draw that many, yeah, basically you draw double, because the effects sort of stack. Kasmina is also one of those situations where you might want to capitalize off of having Riel on the board, where you discard a card and then you draw 2 more. And plus her passive ability, which spells your opponent's cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control, costs 2 more to cast, which is very, very important, because we have a lot of planeswalkers in here, very important and essential planeswalkers that we need to protect and we need to have on the board. Kaikar Wind Fury, I did not have a lot of success being able to use Kaikar. Basically, I only wanted Kaikar in here because he's hardly ever used, and I quite honestly like Kaikar. I don't know why. There's just something about his birdness, bird wizardliness that just attracts me. But if you're able to successfully use him, because most of the time when I put Kaikar on the board, he just gets countered, or he gets destroyed, or he gets bounced back only to get countered again once I put him back on the board. And if you have success with him, he will help you a lot by creating a lot of token spirit creatures that you can potentially add fire or mountain or red mana to further fuel your game. Now, Rooting Moloch, so when Rooting Moloch enters the battlefield, exile target card with a cycling ability from your graveyard until the end of your next turn, and you may play that card. So Rooting Moloch is kind of weird because we don't exactly have a lot of cycle cards in this deck, which is the same situation with Zenith Flare. So most of the time when you have Zenith Flare or Rooting Moloch, for Rooting Moloch, mostly it's for cycling purposes, but even then, Rooting Moloch still presents itself as a 4/4 creature, although a little bit more expensive than the usual since it's a 5 to cast, but it is still a 4/4 creature that you may need eventually. And Zenith Flare is kind of weird because like I said, you don't have a lot of cards in here that have cycling, and you're not really gonna force the situation out where you're gonna have these things with cycling into your sideboard. But when you need it and when it comes into play, when it's really important, Zenith Flare will help you finish off your opponent, regardless of whatever damage that is, because of Narset's emblem added with it, and whatever. So Sarkhan the Masterless, for those of you who are not familiar, Sarkhan the Masterless is one of the better planeswalkers to include when you're playing a JESKAI Super Friends deck, because basically Sarkhan can turn all of your planeswalkers into 4/4 dragons, and it can be really, really devastating. Plus, whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. So hey, additional 1 damage to whatever creature gets hit with that 1 damage. Eugene the Ineffable. Now, Eugene the Ineffable is a timeless favorite of planeswalker players, people who like to use planeswalkers, because Eugene is a 6 to cast planeswalker, and basically it is a free. Well, basically it's a planeswalker, and it's a free removal, as you could say, free removal for that -3. Plus, if you don't really need to remove anything on the board, you can use the +1, create a token, a blocker, and at the same time it serves as a means to filter out or to draw out your cards, and you could potentially use later on. Chandra Awakened Inferno is going to be one of your decks, what you call them, finishing moves or winning conditions for Narset Super Friends. Basically, you want to always +2 and add those emblems, just stack them up, ramp them up as far as you can, and protect that Chandra as much as possible. Her presence on the board is really, really devastating, and is such a game changer, especially with her -3, which deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. But be mindful that this does affect your creatures as well, and we have quite a few creatures that are susceptible to that -3, such as Kaikar, Brazen Borrower, Dorat, if you haven't ramped him up enough yet, Bone Crusher Giant, and who else? Elspeth's tokens and Kasmina's tokens as well. So lastly we have Dream Trawler, who is also going to serve as one of your win conditions for this deck, because Dream Trawler is super good in any deck that is control. Basically, Dream Trawler allows you to heal and can draw cards as it attacks. And so there, wow, pretty long-winded guide for our Brawl video. For our land, actually, I am thinking of making a video tutorial for land. How many to include depending on what kind of deck you're using, what kind of land you want to use for your deck, and what is the sort of mana curve synergy with these lands. So yeah, but for now, you don't, it doesn't really matter, really. You have Lotus Field there for, you know, to help you. You have Interplanar Beacon, you have Command Tower, and all the other dual lands that are available to JESKAI. But yeah, so anyway, whew, that was pretty long-winded. That was tiring. I have to admit, that was really tiring. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you guys are staying safe at home. Stay at home, flatten the curve, and stay healthy, because in this time of this sort of health pandemic, everybody needs to be healthy, because when your immune system goes down, that's when the virus starts to come in. I'll see you guys in the next one. Both the same thing. This is going to be exciting. Although I go first. So we have to put down the steam vents. I think Lotus Field will have to come down a little bit later. Ah, shit. For reals? It's the white again. We're getting screwed over by white again. For the nth time. We're getting screwed over by white. Okay. Well, at least we have Heraldic Banner. Are you going to counter this? Okay. Jeez. So that's a Temple of Epiphany, and that's a NARSET. That's something that I can use. I think I do want to sacrifice that island for one Lotus Field. I sacrificed 2 lands, right? Yeah. It enters the battlefield tapped. So I'm gonna try and draw out more of his counter spells. Ooh, jumpstart. Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem for me.
There are so many.
And now I'm going to use this one too. Just the basic one.
Hone your
Ooh,
prowess.
shock. Not bad. Okay. I mean, I could have done worse, but shock's not so bad. Also, Zenith Flare. Asks for a number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. Well, you know, this is weird. Having Zenith Flare is kind of weird because we don't have a lot of cards that have cycle in this deck. I'm just realizing this now, actually. So he's taking away NARSET because he probably wants to, I don't know, draw or something. And he can't do it with NARSET there on the board. That's okay. Or maybe he can't, like, counter? I don't know. Or search his deck. Okay. Ooh, Tranquil Cove. Yes, that's very good. Okay, so first things first. We shall deputy that. Okay, there we go. There's our lovely NARSET.
I have just the trick for this.
Channel Forced. This is interesting, but Justice Strike. No, I think he's control. I honestly don't think that he's gonna have like stuff to. Yep, we are drawing land. You gotta love Lotus Field. I mean, you gotta admit it's a pretty amazing card. I think we set him up into a situation where he can't draw cards. Maybe, I don't know. I think he's in that situation where he can't draw cards. I love Narset though. Narset's such a wonderful. I think he wants to destroy it. Yeah, he's gonna -2 destroy my Narset Parter Veils. Oh no! Okay, what a surprise. That's new. So he has 3 mana that he can spend on, but nah, okay. So I guess he's just using it too. I think I want an Omen of the Sky of the Sea. He's saving his I think that's what he's doing. He's saving his mana for whatever it is. We'll have to see what he does after this. Yeah, knowing that his
meditate.
Unsummon's not bad if he had creatures, but sure. He put it in his hand. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what you that's what you actually do. When it gets bounced, you don't put it in your commander. You have it get thrown back into your hand. I find that this Brawl deck is very annoying as a control. It's just, you're not really doing a lot. It's just you're being very annoying. Very, very annoying.
Mind, body, and soul must be trained in harmony. Let me help you practice.
4. But he can't do anything. Firemind. Huh. That's interesting. Is he going to apply the thing? Remove counter from... I haven't seen that card be used in quite a while. Yeah, he was thinking about it. He was thinking if he wanted to counter it. Well, here's Chandra for you, so no counters. No counters for you.
Anyone who stands in my way is
actually, I don't know if I want to destroy the Narset.
Let's get toasty.
Because I do have this, and he knows that I have shock.
You don't have to be
So
this
let's
way.
see how he responds to that. Yeah, I figured. Yeah. I had my hunch that he was going to do that. He's saving his counter spells because he doesn't have a lot. And Narset being on the board just means that life is going to be a bit harder for him because he can't just counter left and right. I wish I did have the Rogrin, I think it's Rogrin Triumph to add in here, but I don't have that land. So, like I said in my previous video, there isn't a lot I can do with this set, because money is hard during this time, and I have to scrutinize my funds, because it's I am budgeting my going out times. The times that I am going out, I am actually budgeting it. So let's see if he'll let me attack his Narset with this. Okay, sure. Yeah, good. Okay, so that means I can keep plussing and keep ramping the damage. It's very, very slow. It's a very, very slow kill, but very, very slow kill. I think I want to put down the Bone Crusher Giant even. Yeah, let's put that down. So yeah, we're doing 2 damage per turn as it is. Yeah, I find that Brawl tends to be a little bit slower than other games, unless of course you're playing like an aggro deck for Brawl. But I do find that Brawl is a bit slower, because you really like you really have to take your time to think it through, and the games are longer, so that does mean that you know, that does mean that you can survive, and your health is there. You have more health. That's another thing. So your chances of surviving are actually pretty higher, better than the usual. I haven't even put down Narset on the board. I'm still waiting for my cards to even out, if that's the right term. I'm still waiting for my cards to become better. I'm still waiting for my hand to turn into something better. So right now we're just delaying, being a little stagnant, a little idle. Really lucky that we got Chandra though. Didn't we uh-oh. Yeah, he's gonna have to work a little bit harder to get this out. Okay. Let's see. He casted 3. What did he choose? He didn't choose yet. Yeah, he's gonna have to work a little bit harder to He did spend a lot of mana, so I'm not sad about that. He did spend a lot of mana.
My mind needs a rest.
Just to get that out. A lot of mana, a lot of cards. But was it worth it? Was the trade-off worth it? Was being able to use Chemist's Insight really worth your time? He's only got 4 mana left. Can he tap this for to do 5 damage to any target? Remove 5 charges. Clear the, what is this? Clear the mind. Oh, wow. I mean, okay. But you are opening yourself up to, yeah, you are opening yourself up to attack. No and no. No more land. No more land. We're good with land. We have more than enough. Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, well, sure. We'll throw down Narset. He can't counter. We will pump.
Honor the past by bringing its traditions.
And we will pump.
Breathe in. Exhale.
Damage to up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. This one deals damage. Fair does X damage to any target, and you gain X, where X is the number of cycles. We only have 1. Yeah, he can cast Firemind's Research if he wants, but he's gonna have to take out all 5 of those. Oh, I see what he wants to do. That's not gonna happen, pal. What did he do? Cast an instant source of opponent to a library. Ah, he wants to counter. Okay. Oh, there's Sarkhan. That would have been bad.
Stay back.
Really? You're still fighting? You're still kicking and fighting till the end. Well, he doesn't know that I have Zenith Flare. He also doesn't know that I have Teferi. That'll become 5.
Let's get toasty.
Do we want Teferi? King? Yeah. I think at this point, it's pretty much, you know, end game. He's already losing, so. Oh my god. GG. GG.
Good luck while I'm gone. Many paths lie before me.
There's no way he's gonna survive this next one. That's 5 damage. That's 5 emblems. Sure, you can roll, unless he can do 32 damage. Which I don't think he can, by the way.
Accompanied by a parent or guardian to ride the lightning.
Nadir Kraken. Good game. Yeah, that was really good. That was really good. Well, we don't have the white. But as far as... why is it always the white? Can I just say, why is it always the white that we're missing out on? The white ones are actually the most vital. Yeah, why are we missing out on all the white cards? Do I have to put in more? Alright, let's see what he does. Till the end of turn. Yeah, what is how to destroy it? But still, why is it all the white cards? He wants to deny it so that the Bone Crusher Giant dies, but that's not a problem for me. I'm okay with that. I wanted him to do that. So choose add 1 mana of a chosen color. Of the chosen color. Well, white then. White. That's my mana correction. White then. I don't care. That's my mana correction. White. Does he have counter spells? So we had 5 actually. Yeah. So looks like he did have counter spells. What is his Vadrock? 3 to cast. Ooh, somebody's paying for stuff. Looks like he was frustrated. Seems like he was really frustrated with that red land. He decides to pay for it immediately. He's like, "God damn you, red." My same sentiments, bro. My same sentiments. Towards so that's white, but it's not really a problem.
If you show remorse, I'll show restraint.
Actually, hold on, give me a sec here. He is not prevented
Might be a bad idea.
from the damage that it's being done. What is Vadrock? It's 3 to cast exile. So does this have haste? No, it's got flying and well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we can actually we have Eugene. We have 6, so 1, 2, 3. We can draw 3, 4 if we include Teferi. But I wonder if he's gonna put down Vadrock soon. I think he wants it to mutate. Whenever this creature mutates, you may cast a target non-creature card with a converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. Yep. He wants to mutate it. Okay. Does the... I wonder if the mutate cost changes.
Not your past is unwritten.
As he, like, does his cost? No, I don't think it does, right? It's still the same, it's still 4 to cast. I'm gonna plus.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
I need to draw cards. Well, if he kills Eugene, I think it's in my best interest to put NARSET down, because I can bounce him. I can bounce the Vadrock back. It's 5. He adds 5. Can bounce the Vadrock back. I don't think we need Kasmina just yet. He decides to go with the fairy.
I can no longer stand
Is he
by
bounced?
and
Oh no,
watch.
he's plussing.
Here we go.
Now I kind of feel like I want to put down Gadwick. We have so much land. Oh, that's neutralized. That's not bad.
Secrets manifest before you.
Yeah, he knows. I think he
I've got
knows.
it.
We can't counterspell.
Let me demonstrate the prowess of my ancestors.
But he definitely knows what's up. So no, we're not gonna
I see
tap
great
Kasmina because we
potential in you.
can't.
Prove yourself.
Because if we did, then we'd be taking out Gadwick. But that is a token that I like on the board.
Don't worry. I
Ooh,
got this.
okay. Not that I need it, but okay. Is this considered a white or... I have no idea what's in his hand or what his deck is all about. Okay, so there's Daxos, which means he's foregoing putting down Vadrock. Is it Vadrock? It's Vadrock. Apex of Thunder. Okay. I think blue would be better, but I want white. It's still gonna affect the thing either way. Nope. You do not get to mutate.
The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
Many paths lie before me.
I don't think we need the Dream Trawler just yet. I think we're kind of okay with just having
I need some
Chandra
and
over
you're
here.
Flammable enough. No pressure.
And keeping these guys as blockers. But I want to read this one. I'm not too familiar with it. Deals X damage to any target where X the number of times the creature is muted. So has to mutate a couple of times. So if that's twice. If he puts it down and he mutates it, that's twice. So I had to bounce it. I had no real choice there.
Here we go.
There's not much he can bounce with his Teferi. Besides, I don't think he's gonna -3 on his next turn. What can he have that I should be afraid of? Alright, Vadrock's coming down. He's paying for the very expensive mana cost. I can actually, what is this? Just the battlefield, exile target card with graveyard. Do I have any cycles? Nope, I don't. I think I want, actually I think I do want both of them dead. No, just one dead. Thank you. Rooting Moloch. Graveyard until the end of your turn. Alright. I am going to pay for this early. Knowing that
Oh, looks like someone's getting a little
I can
sweaty.
bounce it. Just send it back.
I've got time.
He's gonna want to put it into his hand so that it's back for 3. Exactly. Alright.
No more games.
And wow. Well, will we have enough mana for this? Yeah, I think we do. We can put it down and it destroys the fairy. So now we can. What were we supposed to
Compassion and understanding
do?
above all else.
So now we can +2.
Let me help you practice.
I don't know, dude. Just to cast non-creature spell.
Ether itself serves me.
Huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3. No, it's not enough. Yeah, we're gaining the ramp on that damage there. Sadly, her -X is only to creatures, -X, not 6, is only to creatures or planeswalkers, so I can't really do much damage to his face. But it's good to know that we are ramping up on that damage. Mutate, coming down, okay. He can't, yeah, he can't mutate it. What I think what he would have wanted to do was put this down, then mutate this on top, so that oh, okay, Lord Dracus is coming out. What's he looking for? Oh, Okay. I was expecting him to do something else, but sure.
To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
I can do direct damage to face.
The world yields
And
to all,
if I
not
actually
wish.
wanted to, yeah, I'm good. He realizes that it's not going anywhere. We already have like what, 6 planeswalkers on the board, and we have the entire game controlled. Well, Dorat came down early. That's a lot of land too. But at least we have the white and we have the optional Fabled Passage. I don't like that Niv Mizzet is his commander. And what I don't like even more is that he has Leyline of wow, that's really early, Chandra. But who knows? Maybe we could have used it. I don't like that he has Leyline of Anticipation. Don't like it indeed. Something big's gonna come down. Wait, is he stuck at 2? I think he's stuck at 2. But anyway, regardless, we don't have the mana. Well, this is instant, so if anything goes down, we can very easily. Ah, Dreadhorde Arcanist. Very interesting. Now, why would you... What are we sending back? Steam Vents? Okay, well it was replaced by a shittier land. I think I want to save... Oh, I can't counter Niv Miz. Right, that's right. It's a good thing I thought of that. This is 3 to cast. If I put down Kaikar, will that prevent him from doing stuff? Does he have counterspell? He actually may. Neutral. Oh wow. Because Goblin Electromancer. Well, now he's getting land. And that's something that I don't appreciate. Shit. Well, we have more land than he does. We Dragonauts. How lucky for him to get Leyline of Anticipation so early. Ooh. Wait, can I not respond to that? Yo. Yeah, can I not? I can. You're gonna have to counterspell, buddy. If you want that to go through, you're gonna have to counterspell. Oh shit. That's a lot. Well, I got him to use Expansion Explosion, so I'm okay with that. Plus, he has nothing else left to do on his turn. Now, the real decision here is if I want to put NARSET down, 4, go for the light. I think I do. Put down NARSET, heal for 1.
Mind, body, and soul must be trained in breathe in. Exhale.
That ley line of anticipation, though, it's making things so difficult. But I think we want to take the wee Dragonauts. There are workarounds towards the ley line of it. Let's just call it ley line. There are workarounds towards the ley line. So yeah, he's gonna go for goblins.
Your intentions confound me.
And I'm gonna plus go for a shock.
Enlightenment begins within.
Put down the Dorat. See if he counters it. If he does, we can throw down Sarkhan. Copy instant. Oh, okay. And he's going to destroy Dorat. Okay. Wait. What just happened? So he copy instant choose target code. He realized that he's out of cards. He didn't have enough land.